Hello, my pickles, my snowflakes, my turtles, and my no matter what club members. How are you today? What's new? Are you behaving yourself in the dead of winter? Yeah, it's been quite a winter for me anyway here on Cape Cod. Today it's about 8 degrees with a wind chill. So it's not one of those sort of days where I feel I can just, hop outside and have a nice, glorious spring walk. Not. But anyway, it doesn't really matter because we're here to do and talk about our food. Keto, carnivore, carnivish, which I know drives some people crazy, but it just explains how it goes. Because when I say keto, but yet my diet is like 90%, my carbs are like under 5. Today they're under 2. Um, you know, it just explains me better. So I like saying I'm carnivish. It just kind of works for me. So I hope that that you are committed to being committed. Do you see? Like being committed is one thing, but being committed to being committed, to me, that's the full pound. You're in for that full pound of doing something. And I know that it just works for me. You all know my silly little routine. I put my food in my chronometer, and I usually build out the food that I'm having for the week dependent upon what's in the fridge, what's in the freezer, and what's on sale. It's that simple. And so I am a big beef eater. I have beef probably 5 nights a week. Sometimes I have a pork chop. Then it's 4 times a week. Or maybe it's always 5. Well, yeah. And so, I have pretty much same old every day. And it works for me. I know I still weigh and measure and use my chronometer, but I can tell looking at the plate if there's going to be enough there. Last night I had something and I said, if this isn't enough, I get to add a pat of butter to it for a little more fat. But it ended up that I didn't need to add that, and it worked out just fine because I was having the leftover stew. And so that's not having like that piece of meat, the 2 eggs, and the salad. So it could have been just not enough, but it was. And I ate slow and I enjoyed every bite, and I dine. I'm not a paper plate, paper napkin kind of gal. I like to have my cloth napkin and my real plate and sit at the table and enjoy it. And I do take between 30 and 40 minutes eating that meal. I like to savor the flavor. It just works for me. And I am committed to it. I mean, I'm here doing this video, and I do a video most every day, and I do post what I eat in the day later on in the day. And so it's been fun. I'm enjoying it. And the interviews Friday with a friend continue. And it's just really nice to hear how people do it. And there's the snowflake, We all seem to do things a whole lot different than the next person. And yet it continues to work for us. Finding what works for you, the balance, and taking care of yourself. When you put out your spread of food, no matter how many times a day you're eating, you have figured out what the plan is for you. For some people, it's 3 meals a day. For others, it's 2 meals a day. And for people like me, it's 1 meal a day. There's also alternative daily fasting, ADF, where somebody eats, like say today's a Tuesday, they eat on a Tuesday, they don't eat Wednesday, and they eat again on Thursday. And that seems to be successful for some of them. It's finding what works. I have 3 cups of coffee. My no matter what club, can you see it? There it is. My no matter what club mug. I have 3 cups of coffee with 3 tablespoons of heavy cream during my intermittent fasting. I don't believe it makes a difference. And then I have my OMAD. And when I post what I'm eating, I try to post at the bottom of the YouTube video, the calories and the macros. And am I aiming for macros and calories and everything else? No. I put in, this is the twist to the whole thing, being on maintenance. I put in what I'm having. And then it's nice to see if the fats and the macros balance out with the low carbs. Now with the fats and the protein and the protein and the fats, with that, I aim for 80 grams a day of each. It just seems to be something that works for me. I can't believe I went years having so little protein. I would take a steak and cut off 4 ounces, weigh and measure it, and put it on that little Fiesta bread and butter plate, the poor little piece of steak. Yeah. And now I have between 8 and 10 ounces of protein in the form of a meat every day for my OMAD. And then also the 2 fried eggs, because I feel like the yolks have way too many wonderful micronutrients and I don't want to miss them. Plus, I've gotten so used to them that I kind of like them now. So I stay committed to my food plan, the way that I do it, and all my silly little sacred moments, like my morning water, with my fresh lemon squeezed on my powders, my potassium, my magnesium, and my potassium and magnesium, and then a little bit of Dr. Price's electrolyte powder, just for just to take a little bit of the bitter away. And I squeeze the lemon on that because it's not being heated up, so it still has all the contents of what it is that I'm seeking. And then I put the empty, after I've squeezed it, I put that into the water, and I have that in the microwave. I like warm water in the morning. And I use the no salt or the low salt, the item that has all the potassium in it. I have that with my pink Himalayan salt in that water, another water, at like noon with my supplements. And that all seems to work for me. And then I have my coffee with pink Himalayan salt. So I get a lot of salt. I do the Celtic salt crystals on my tongue, and then I have a glug of my water. And that's my good morning part of the day. And then it's followed with the coffee. And then almost the same water at noon time with the supplements. And then I'll have a Topo Chico or a San Pellegrino or the clear bottle Gerolsteiner mineral water. I don't drink flavored soda waters anymore. I aim for like a mineral water that's plain, but I still love the bubbles. And there's good stuff in those. So that's why I kind of have it. I try everything that I put into my mouth, I try to have it have some value to it. And just because. So today, what am I having? Well, I know because I already put it in. And so this is what I am having. My calories today are almost 1,200 calories. My protein is almost 94 grams of protein. I like that. My carbs are total, never net, 1.7 with my baby butter lettuce salad. And my fats are 91.4. And it's just something, it wicked works for me, I really like that. And so what am I having for food? Well, we'll eat around 3:30 today. And I'm having an 8.5 ounce filet tenderloin. And it's already been cooked, smoked on the grill, and I'll just heat it up. Greg keeps it very, very rare. So then when I heat it up in Kerrygold butter, in my new butter dish, Dupuis sent me a great big bright yellow butter dish with this wonderful wooden, I think it's a ceramic, but it looks like wood top. And it holds probably a pound of butter. It's really sweet, and it matches my Fiesta ware. So I like that. And it's Barney proof. And if you've ever met Barney, my oldest, he's a butter lover. And so I can't put the butter on the table. I've got to have it high up so he doesn't get it. So I'm having the 8.5 ounces of the filet reheated in my copper pan. And then I'm having 2 Pete and Jerry jumbo eggs, lightly fried on top of the stove, once again in the Kerrygold butter. And then I'm having 66 grams of Olivia's organic baby butter lettuce. It's my favorite. I'm having that with 20 grams of macadamia nut oil, 5 grams of Fourth and Heart ghee, kind of melted in it, and 10 grams of the mild blue cheese that I got at Whole Foods, crumbled on it. And that will be my OMAD today, and I look forward to it. In the meantime, I still have 2 more of these coming at me, so I'm happy about that. And so it's just a perfectly same old day with food and routine for me. And I like that. It just works. And finding what just works for you is my goal for you, and to always share it here. You know, I talk about what I eat and how I weigh and measure and use the chronometer still, because it's a tool. And if you're new here, you might want to be doing it. The only thing that I keto-fy is on Saturday, and it's a pizza. And I don't get too crazy about the other stuff. And once you find something that's working for you and you're really aiming for getting towards it, and it's tweaked to something that works, you will find that a lot of the anxiety about food and when to eat and how to eat and am I hungry and all of that just kind of gets lifted. Cravings for sugar, gone baby gone. Cravings for grains, I don't even have them anymore unless it's a visual. If I see a visual, it triggers a little, but it's never going to be worth it to have it, because I read too much here when people do their true confessions. And so, yeah, the sugar, I don't know. I mean, I could, but I'm not going to. I still have my coffee sweetened with an alternative sugar called Zyla, and it comes from a tree, birch tree, I think. And so that works for me. It quells any sugar craving, doesn't spike my insulin or blood sugar, and it just stops the madness, just like the pizza on Saturday stops the madness. Because if the madness gets germinated in any way in my brain, I'm going to have to work to get rid of it. And life is too wonderful the way that it is right now to work on that. So I don't get fancy. I don't get casserole. I always laugh when I see yet another keto cookbook come out. It's just like, have your meat, have a little veg, keep your fats good, enjoy it. Like, what else do you need to know? I don't know. But, I just play around with beef. I love my beef. I love it the way that I cook it, all the different ways, chuck roast, Delmonico's, and we ordered another, I ordered again from US Wellness yesterday. So some of those French ribeye with the bone, and then some ribeyes, and then, a chuck roast, a 3-pound chuck roast. So I look forward to those things, but I got to get stuff out of the freezer before I can, because when that order comes, I've got to take it from being frozen to being frozen still. So that's it for me from here. It's just a regular carnivish day for me. Low total carbs with that small salad and the hunk of meat and the 2 jumbo Pete and Jerry eggs. It's very simple. It's very tasty. No complaints coming from me. Have a wonderful day. And if you want to, if you get something out of these videos and you would like to contribute to my PayPal, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Go to the About part on the front page of my YouTube channel. It says About. And there, if you click onto that, you will see the PayPal icon. Thank you very much in advance. I really appreciate it. It keeps it going. I will see you the next time here at Pearls of Wisdom and Food with Keto. If you're just beginning, keep those total carbs at 20 and then come down as you need to tweak. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye for now.